You. Welcome to Positively Spiritual. My name is Shannon Gilmore. Hi, it's good to see you. Tonight we are talking about how do you heal from the shared fantasy that you have with the narcissist. So let's get into it. Have you ever grieved someone who is still alive? You're at a deep loss because the person you thought they were turned out to be a fantasy. It's like some cruel joke that life was playing on you. It's like almost like the ha ha, just kidding kind of thing. I mean, you loved them, you gave them everything, you gave them your all, you invested your heart, your soul into this person. You gave them your loyalty, your time, your hope, and then that mask just slipped. And the worst part, it didn't come off all at once. Oh no, it chipped slowly. And you kept praying. It was just a bad day. Please, God, let this just be a bad day. Let us just get through this, God. I know they're having a bad day. Let us just get through this. This too shall pass. And then you just tell yourself and convince yourself, oh, it's just a misunderstanding. Oh, maybe it's just a wound that they're going through, and maybe my love can heal that. You tell yourself all these things, these wonderful answers, these pretty little anecdotes, but they don't measure up because what you want and what the narcissist wants are two different things. The narcissist does not get into a relationship with you for long term. They get into a relationship with you for short term because they need to set you up for a fall. That's the modus operandi. So you kept hoping that it was just a bad day, and it wasn't. It's never just a bad day. And you're left standing there in ruins, grieving not just the loss of a relationship, but the death of a dream. I mean, that person that you share ties with, you really do believe that two become one. When you become intimate with that person and then they just cut you off, it's like it's a fate just as worse as death. I know I've been there. And it's extremely hard to get over. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly what this kind of grief is and why it's so devastating, and how, step by step, you can begin to deal and heal from the fantasy of who you thought the narcissist was and return to the truth of who you really are. Welcome. Hey, Zach, nice to see you. Welcome. Come on in, everybody. My name is Shannon Gilmore. I am a peer support mentor. I've been mentoring people in crisis since I was 16 years old. So yes, I understand how to communicate. I understand how to walk with no judgment. And that's what we offer here on this channel. No judgment, but please be courteous. If you're going to chat in the chat room, mind your manners, mind your audience, or else you will be judged. You'll be silenced. Yeah, because we're all about healing on this channel. We're here to help each other. Everybody is at different walks in life. Our stories may be similar, but they are different, and some of us are more healed than others. So let's just walk with a, sentimental attitude and watch over each other. If you can do that, that would help me out immensely. Thank you so much. Hey, 100 President, I'm from North Korea. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hello. I like being judged, but silenced, no. I mean, judging is okay. Like when you're, in a healthy way, corrected, right? Everybody needs to be corrected now and again. It's all good. We're all friends here. We're family. So welcome. It's nice to see you. It's good. So today I want to talk to you guys about the shared fantasy and this grief that's really real. Like, I may be over it now, but I can tell you, going back into my memory, I can tell you, it's not a pretty sight when you have to deal with the aftermath, excuse me, of losing somebody that you thought was forever. I mean, that's not just a hard pill to swallow. That's like you're dealing with poison. Hello, resistor. Nice to see you. Welcome. So, hey CJ, how you doing? We are family here. Yes, we are. Hi, Vilkata. Save the future. Am I saying your name right? Vilkata? Oh yeah. So, yeah, we're not talking about the loss of losing someone from a death. We're talking about the breakup. You know, dealing with the breakup and having the discard and feeling that deep-seated loss, that is devastating. And I can tell you from my own experience that going over it repeatedly through different narcissists or even the same one, every time you're hurt, it's like you're hurt over again. It's a new hurt. So we're going to walk you through exactly what this kind of grief is, why it's so devastating, and how, step by step, you can begin to heal from the fantasy of who you thought the narcissist was and return to the truth of who you really are. Jesus helped. Amen. Hey, DJ. Nice to see you. Welcome. Come on in, everybody. We got some new people coming in. Yeah, that's it. Bring them on in. Come on. Come on, sit down. And, you know, get in on the chat, support your family, support them in their time of need. And, you know, if you guys have any insight to share, please share it. My email is in the description of this video, shannongilmore@protonmail.com. So, part 1, the fantasy is a trauma response. Let's just break this wide open, okay? When you fall for someone who turns out to be a narcissist or emotionally unavailable, you aren't falling in love with them. Most of us know this already, that we fell in love with a version of ourselves that finally feels seen, wanted, safe, and worthy. They reflected that back to us. And that's a fantasy. And here's the painful truth. It was never about them. It was about your needing to be heard, felt, desired, loved, honored, cherished. So this was your needs that came to the surface, and they were all mirrored back to you, but you couldn't see it. Why? Because you were used to ignoring yourself. So, okay, reason we are claimed we are doomed, but we stand and do impossible. Okay, so they project. DJ says they project. It's a reflection of themselves. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is, DJ. Sack says, oh, Sack is answering someone. Okay, so I won't get involved in that. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. This universe is made to be limited. Wow. Well, I don't know about that. All I know is that we are unlimited beings when we come into our spirituality, and the narcissist wants to keep us limited. So this world, not necessarily universe, but the world that the narcissist has created on earth, that's very limiting, and they try to limit us. So we can always use life experience. That's right. The imagination is the limit. Yeah, and you know what? You're as free as your imagination can take you. So a lot of times we're stuck in limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts because of the narcissist. So the fantasy here, when you break up with the narcissist or when they discard you, when you're left alone, abandoned, and scattered in your thoughts, the painful truth is that it was never about them. Even though you're left to make the situation about them, you're focused on, did they ever love me? Will they come back? Will they miss me? All these questions that we have. Well, it's not, you're still making it about them, and the situation is never about them. It's about you. But narcissists make it about them, but God turns it around to make it about you. See, narcissists are master architects of emotional illusion. They study your wounds, your hopes, and your heart like a playbook. They reflect back the person that you want to believe they are because it makes you feel like you finally matter. That's not love. That's psychological seduction. And when the mask falls, what dies isn't just the relationship. What dies is the hope that someone could finally make you feel whole. And that's why it hurts so badly. So stick around to the end of this video because we capped our evening sessions. We are here 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 10 o'clock in the evening, Eastern Standard. And our 10 o'clock lives are capped off with some Bible reading. So thank you everyone for joining. It's so nice to see you. Welcome. My name is Shannon. It's nice to see all of you. Welcome. Come on in, sit down, grab your drink of choice, and let's get into this because there are 5 stages of fantasy grief. Now, these are like the 5 stages of grief when somebody loses somebody to a death or some sort of tragedy. But understand, with a narcissistic relationship, this is not a normal relationship. So it's not really the normal stages of grief. But I'm going to walk you through the stages of grieving a narcissist illusion just so that you can understand, because you might feel these patterns and you might, one day you're feeling good, the next minute you're crashing, and it's like, this up and down roller coaster. And when you can understand what is going on, you can better nurture yourself through these things, these steps. So number 1, there's denial. You convince yourself it's not abuse. You tell yourself, oh, they didn't mean it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I overreacted. Well, this isn't weakness. It's your nervous system trying to protect you from the collapse. Number 2, there's bargaining. You do more, you give more, you love harder. You start spiritualizing the suffering. Maybe God put me here to heal them. I've said that. Oh my gosh, I sounded like a freaking total wingnut when I was making excuses. When I get the midnight call, hey, come over, and I'd be like, okay. And I'd be like putting myself out there and disrespecting myself, but I'd be like, no, I'm the one that can lead him to Jesus. He needs me. He really does love me. He's working. And so this is his hours where we can only get together and meet. No. But I really convinced myself that God is trying to put me in this person's life because I'm such a Christian and this guy needs Christ, so I can help him. No. The Holy Spirit has a job to do, and the Holy Spirit does it better than we could ever do. And the Holy Spirit knows exactly what he is doing. And the Holy Spirit knows exactly what the narcissist is doing to you and to him, to God, to the Godhead. So, no, we just spiritualize this. We spiritualize our suffering so that it doesn't hurt us so bad. But God did not put you in the narcissist's life to be a sacrifice. So number 3, anger. This is holy ground when we're talking about anger here, because you finally admit, oh, they lied to me. And when that wells up, you're going to be bitter. You might tap into that bitter root, but don't let that bitter root, grab a hold. Just allow your anger to share with you the realizations and the truth that you are waking up to the lies. And when you wake up to the lies, you have this holy anger and this holy aggression in you that's just, oh no, like you just get really on fire, like it's righteous indignation. And then there's the sadness. This is the deepest layer. And you realize that they were never the person that I believed they were. And that's the challenge. You're challenging your belief that what you want to believe over what really is. And now you're left with the ghost of who you imagined, and you got to work that out. Number 5, acceptance. Now, this is radical acceptance, and this isn't about saying that everything's okay. This is accepting what happened, accepting that you survived, accepting that the narcissist is who they are, and they played you, not for a fool, but they played you, they tricked you, they undermined you, they beguiled you, they seduced you. But all of this means that you can heal. So this doesn't mean that your life is over. It just means that your life with the narcissist, your relationship is over. And once you start working this out, you are going to see, oh, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, it's over. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, DJ. That's very nice. So, we are taught what to think, not how to think. Exactly, resistor. Exactly. So, oh, bye, Vilgata. Nice to see you. Come again sometime. So I usually, like I try to keep up with the chats, but, I try to get to your chats and your questions at the end of the video. And Resistor is our moderator, and he'll help you through if you've got a burning question and you need to talk. Well, that's what this chat is for. So you guys are welcome to talk amongst yourselves. And if this video resonates and helps you, by all means, take notes, listen to this video again, ask your questions, and we're here to help you. So the truth about the fantasy. Because here's what I really want you guys to hear, and hear with it with your soul. Don't just take it in as the yeah, Shannon. No, really, please take this in, because many of us have been through this too many times to count, and it's embarrassing for me. I don't want to share with you how many times I've been through a narcissistic relationship. It's too many times that is just too embarrassing. But I'm a slow learner. But when I learn, it's like, oh, I'm there. Yeah, that's just fluff. Sorry, I'm knocking it around. Sorry, gotta hold my composure. So understand this, that the fantasy was never about them. Okay, if you guys can understand that, you're halfway there in your healing. It was a projection of your own unhealed inner child. And maybe you're not ready to hear this yet. Some of us are newcomers on this channel, but I do say this. I have said this recently, and I will say this because I do believe this, because this is my own realization. When you start working out your healing and working on it day after day after day, you get a little bit more clearer. You come to understand who you are. You become more self-aware, and you understand that God does turn everything that the enemy wanted for your destruction. God turns around for your goodness, for your good. And what I've come to understand is that when you do see this, when you are ready to accept the narcissist for who they are, they can't change. And who they are is they are a part of the curse. Well, they aren't the part of the curse, they are the curse. God cursed the enemy's children in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. He said, I will put enmity between your seed and hers. So science knows that narcissists do have mommy issues. They suffer from misogyny. They do not like women. And they probably have this hate for women that I hate you because I need you. So there's a lot going on with the narcissist's twisted mind and heart. But the thing that you need to know for your healing is that God is going to turn this around. And when you can see this, when you can admit this, that we all need work. And the narcissist is a mirror to show us where we have been neglecting ourselves. When the narcissist lies to you, ask yourself, where have you lied to yourself? When the narcissist gaslights you, where have you gaslit yourself? When the narcissist manipulates you, where have you manipulated your word and your actions? When the narcissist cheats on you, what areas did you cheat on yourself and cheat on God? What areas did you just do what you wanted and never thought about any consequence? Yeah, we've done it. Doesn't mean that we're bad and we're evil and we're going to go to hell. It means that we just have work to do. And when you see this, you can see how God is actually working in your life. This isn't a bad thing. This is actually, it looks bad, but it's actually a good thing. So let's not go blaming ourselves and, heading on into shame and eating our feels because we just feel so bad about ourselves. No, this is a good thing to have God reveal to us what we cannot yet see about ourselves. This allows us to work out the repentant lifestyle because now we see it. You can't see what you can't see. And it's a fact, you don't know what you don't know. And that's just the way of it. We don't know everything, and that's okay not to know everything. It doesn't mean we're flawed. It just means we're growing. Yeah, we're biological human beings in real life. Yeah. So the fantasy was never about them. It was about you, to help you heal your inner child. As I've said this before, if you are willing to see this, you can probably see in the narcissist where somebody in your childhood, usually a caregiver, usually siblings or your parents, hurt you. I know for me, my parents disowned me, didn't know my dad, never met him, and I went looking for my dad, the father figure, in every male narcissistic relationship I had. And it always revealed to me who my dad was, even though I never knew him. Revealed to me that my dad abandoned me, the narcissists abandon us. So, and some other times, female narcissists or even male narcissists in my life, God would reveal to me, oh, they're mirroring your mother, the pattern of alcoholism, the pattern of hate, the pattern of self-rejection, the pattern of abandonment, the pattern of abuse and rage and aggression and anger. Okay, so I had to work that out. So it was to my benefit. Nobody likes to go through this. Nobody wants to say, oh, so God is not punishing you. God is using the narcissist to help you see how you have been neglecting yourself or you've been ignoring your own soul. So here's the shift. You don't heal the grief by rewriting the fantasy. You heal by reclaiming the truth. And the truth is, you don't need to be chosen by someone toxic to feel worthy. The whole point in this exercise and this discipline that God has us go through is to get us to choose ourselves. You don't need to be abused to prove your love. And that's what the trauma bond is. It's abuse, and we keep going back to it because our brain is chemically addicted to the pain and the idealization and the discard, the devalue, yes. But there's still our willful choice, and we keep going back to the narcissist, not just because of addiction, but because we're afraid of what would happen to us if we were without the narcissist, because negative attention is better than no attention. And that's what we're fearing. So you don't need to keep grieving someone who never truly existed and loved you, but that's what we do because it's easier to grieve that and face that than to face the unknown that's in here. Have you guys heard of, working out the dark night of the soul? Yeah, that's not fun, where you have to face these negative emotions But I promise you, it's not scary when you sit with it, when you allow a negative thought to come in and you think about thinking negatively. You think about it. You think about the thoughts that you're thinking and you start taking control and you realize, hey, this is just a thought. Thoughts aren't facts. So I'm going to be okay with this, and you can change. If you are given a negative thought, the very fact that you were given a negative thought shows you that you can then think a positive, because if you take away one of or the other, the opposites don't exist. So if you take the concept of sitting, I'm sitting right now. If you take away the concept of sitting, the concept of standing goes away as well. It's obsolete. You can't have one without having the other. So if we are given choice to choose a negative thought or choose a positive thought, that's our choice. Our choice, God is showing us that our choices are never taken away from us. In our youth and when we were traumatized, it was made to appear that we didn't have a choice. And yes, the choice that we made was the best one that we could think of at the time in that chaos. But we're always left with a choice, either or. There's never, oh, I don't have a choice, so I have to make this one. If you're making a choice, there is an opposite to that choice, but you're conditioned not to think of the opposite of that negative choice, which is a positive. So when you come out of the narcissistic stranglehold of a relationship and you sit with yourself and be with yourself for a few months, you get to know yourself and you get to realize, hey, I do have a choice. I get to choose which side of the bed I want to sleep on. I get to choose what I want to eat for dinner tonight. I get to choose what time I want to eat for dinner. I get to choose when I want to get up for work. I get to choose, hey, I want to go for the walk in the park, or I want to go to the pool after work. I don't have to be home and make dinner right away for the ex who is so demanding. You know, this is my life. This is my choice, and that's ultimately what you are allowed to have after you come out of the narcissistic relationship and you don't see that you had a choice before. And I just had a major deja vu. Kind of just hit me. Kind of distracting. Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting. Hi, Joe. How you doing? So yep, that's why knowledge is crucial. Absolutely. So, hey, Gideon, nice to see you. Welcome. Hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, we've got some new people coming in tonight. This is lovely. Hey, Jerome. Hey, boo-boo. How's you doing? I messed that up. Let's get a picnic basket. No, see, you're doing it to me again. Stop it. Okay, so the truth is, you don't need to be chosen by someone toxic to feel worthy. You already are worthy. You know, it's about not taking yourself so seriously. Like, just learn to laugh at life again, learn to enjoy life. Yes, there are serious things in your life, but not everything is all serious. You get to smile, you get to laugh, you get to have fun and see the funny things in life and just appreciate the little things. Go appreciate flowers. Go appreciate the bees. You know, go appreciate whatever it is that you like. If you're a guy and you like muscle cars, well, go appreciate the muscle car and don't let the narcissistic woman, ew, muscle cars. No, just go. And if you want to go to a car show, go to a car show. If you want to go to the flea market, go to the flea market. If you want to go shop those sales, go shop those sales. Because sometimes the narcissists that I've met, no, you don't buy food and you don't buy clothing on sales. It's got to be the name tag, and it can't be no name brand stuff. It's like, whatever, dude. You know what? This whole thing is go be you. Go be you, Mr. or Mrs. Narcissist, and let us be us. That's what it is all about. So you don't need to keep grieving for someone who never truly existed, but you will. You're going to grieve for as long as it takes and allow yourself to do that. But in the meantime, allow yourself to champion your life, like root for your life, like be in your own corner and root for yourself. So, the healing process, well, it's a roadmap. You gotta, number one, name the fantasy. Write down who you thought the narcissist was. Not who they are, but who you needed them to be. Then write the truth. That contrast will open your eyes. It truly will. It will open your eyes up and expand your mind to be like, holy cow. You're going to see how they never knew you and you never knew them. And there was parts of you that you didn't know. Hello, Cynthia. Nice to see you. Welcome. So, number 2, grieve without shame. Your grieving is sacred. So cry, mourn, punch your pillow if you need to, scream into your pillow, do somatic breath work, do somatic energy release. This doesn't mean that you're weak. Hey, Scarlett, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm okay. Good. Hi, Scarlett. So it just reminds me of, I'm okay. Falling down on, have you guys ever seen funniest videos? Where there's always the little girl. There was one video where I think she was like going down a toboggan hill or something, and she fell somehow, and she got up and she's like, I'm okay. It's so funny. It's so cute. So, and I say that because Scarlett is my daughter and she's in the next room. So I could yell, are you okay? And I just could hear, I'm okay. So yeah. Private joke. It's just funny. I'm just weird. All right. So grieve without shame. Grief is sacred. So cry, mourn, allow yourself to go through these stages. And these stages aren't all in order. They're a mess. Sometimes you'll go through all of them in one day. So be mindful of that. It doesn't mean that you're a wreck. It means that your heart loved deeply. And that's a gift, not a flaw. Hello. Maybe that was a fluff. I don't know. But number 3, reclaim your power. Make a list of what you tolerated and write a new standard of which you no longer will tolerate. This becomes your new internal covenant. I will not abandon myself again. Because when you understand, like going back to when I was with narcissists, I remember repeatedly betraying myself, saying yes when I wanted to say no, and feeling really bad about it after. And that's part of the grief. It's not just about them, it's about us grieving how we betrayed ourselves and knowing that we did because we felt we had no choice. So part of the grieving process is about feeling the loss of the hurt and pain of how you actually betrayed yourself in your decision making with the narcissist. But it's okay. It's okay. We forgive, we can heal. So here's number 4. You spiritually reconnect with God. You invite God into your grief and you ask him to help you, deliver you from it, and hold you in it. Healing isn't just about getting back to who you were. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. without the fantasy. It's about living in your truth. So what's waiting on the other side of your healing? Well, this is the part that no one tells you. Once the fantasy dies, oh, your real life begins. You see the world not through desperation, but through discernment. You see people as how they are. You see past the sugarcoating. You see past the fakery. And you see the world not through the way that they want you to see it. You see it truthfully. And you no longer chase love. You become it because you are unconditional love. You're that already. You always have been. And you stop apologizing for your worth and you start standing in your truth. And you no longer give a 2 pennies what people think of you. Seriously, it's not your business to know what people think about you. It's your business to know what God thinks about you and live in that truth. And here's the most important thing that I want to share with you, that in this grief, in this grieving stage, you find a way to forgive yourself. Not because of what happened was okay. It's never going to be okay. But you're finally done carrying and hanging on to it. It's just not worth it anymore. And you may not find that right now, because I know people that I've coached and talked to, they don't like me talking about forgiveness. It's a thorn in their side, and I get it. I really get it. Because we think that forgiveness means to let go and bring them back into our lives so that they can hurt us again. No. When it's proven that somebody cannot be trusted, you do not allow them back into your life again to hurt you. But forgiveness means letting go of the pain so that you can rise. So, how do you heal from the grief of the fantasy that you had with the narcissist? You stop chasing the closure from the one who broke you. You grieve the lie, and then you bless yourself with the truth. And you live in the truth. And you make no exceptions. You make no apologies for living in that truth. So if this touched you and you're ready to finally walk out of this pain, not alone, but with guidance, I want to invite you to work with me one-on-one. The link is in the description of this video, because I don't just teach this. I've lived it too. And I know what it means to grieve the illusion. And this means getting real with yourself and dissecting your pain and finding the root of where the narcissist began, but where did they mirror somewhere in your past that you cannot yet see? What are they mirroring? Who are they mirroring? What trauma that you may not remember, or you just kind of, just don't want to remember? What are they mirroring? What patterns? And when you understand this, where you recognize that the narcissist brings out pain that's already been implanted in you, that leads you to work it out. And by working it out, you take the steps to take charge of your life, and taking the steps to say, no, I'm living my life this way. I'm doing it this way. You take your integrity back. You take your autonomy back. So if you want to work with me, the link is in the description of this video. My email is shannongilmore@protonmail.com. So I want to say this, that you guys, you're already doing a good job. So don't stop. Just keep going. Some days are going to be harder than others, yes. And some days it's going to feel like you've just you know, conquered the moon. And then the next day, falling flat again. It's about making every step your choice to live how you want. You're always just one choice away from making that step and that choice for your freedom, your way. Your healing is holy and it matters. So the life that is waiting for you on the other side of this healing, of this grief, is beautiful, and it's incomparable to any fantasy that you could have did live with the narcissist. Like it's authentic, it's real, it's honest, and it's safety. It's where safety is. So I invite you to stay on this channel, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, like this video, click the notification bell, because we are here 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time, every day. There's tons of videos on here already for you guys to geek out on, have fun. You're welcome to contact me. I am a crisis outreach mentor. What that means is I do help people. I listen and I offer not advice, but I offer a different perspective that maybe you haven't seen before. And together we come up with solutions to help you make the best choice for you, with no judgment. So if you're on the panel and the chat room, thank you. You are welcome to support each other, but please just mind your manners and do not give your email out to anybody in the chat. So with that said, I will just skim over your chats right now. And I don't think anybody's asked me a question. Yes, that's right, Resistor. Sack asked Resistor, what can be accomplished by two of the same biological beings when they talk to each other and try to accomplish same goal? Resistor says, negative and positive can't exist in the same space at the same time, as far as I know. Exactly. And what ends up happening is the dominant frequency of that individual, whether, you know, usually, like God does say that corrupt character corrupts moral character. So the dominant frequency of the room, you know, if you're coming into the room and you're happy and loving and kind and forgiving and unconditionally loving, but you're not secure in that, you're not confident in that, that's going to get overpowered by a narcissist who is confident in who they are. And they're so confident that they are self-delusional, and they know they may not, they're delusional to the fact that they think that they're so great, but they are confident in themselves enough to know that they can use their lying tactics, their gaslighting, their love bombing and coercion against you. They know it works because they've seen it and they've lived it time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. So the dominant force would be their confidence. And so their confidence would overpower you, and you would slowly absorb their negativity. And that's usually what happens. You feel that sometimes when you leave somebody's company and they've left, they've trauma dumped on you, and then they've left, and you've got this black hat, this black halo, this black cloud of emotion just hanging over you, and you're just like, what? They're gone. They're not here anymore. And you just feel depressed and weak, and you feel like you just need to go walk in the sunshine to burn it off because it's just so negative. So yeah, so if you want more on that, because it has everything to do with the heart, because the heart radiates electromagnetic frequencies that we absorb. So you can go to heartmath.org and you can read up on the scientific experiments, and they've done amazing research on the heart and the brain waves. It's just amazing that this new science is actually proving that we are spiritual. So yeah, their fake confidence, you mean? Well, they're confident that they're confident in knowing that they can, once they ask those questions that we appropriately answer, they know that they can bulldoze us. They know that they can win us over. So they're confident in that. So it's sick. It's sick and insidious. But yeah, if we became confident in our knowledge of ourselves and our spirituality in God, and that's what this channel, that's what I hope this channel does provide, that this helps you to awaken to yourself and become confident in your spirituality and who you are as a human being, but also as a soul brother or a soul sister, because it's about going home. Yeah, it is so complicated. It is, and that's why God uncomplicates it, because all he says is think good thoughts. Whatever is noble, whatever is pure, whatever is worthy, think on these things. And that's the way to combat narcissism. That's the way to heal ourselves from trauma, is to start thinking differently than what we were programmed to think. Because your thoughts produce feelings. Well, no, excuse me. Your thoughts evoke feelings. They don't produce them. They evoke the feelings that are dormant in your body, or your thoughts can already provoke feelings that are dominant. There's good thoughts, there's bad thoughts, and these thoughts evoke the feeling in you. So if you're thinking the negative and ruminating on the narcissist and saying, oh, they did this, how good what is evoking in you is negative, unwanted feelings. And thoughts are from the enemy. Oh, we've done some videos on that already, people. But yeah, thoughts are negative. Thoughts are like messengers. You know what messenger means in the Greek? Angel. That's all it means, is messenger. We can have those messengers that ride in on that horse, that offer good tidings and peace, or they can offer the war. They can incite war inside of us just by implanting a little lie. You're unworthy. Nobody loves you. The narcissist found somebody else and they're happy and blissful, and you're sitting there left thinking about these thoughts, and thoughts are not facts. Just remember that. Thoughts are not facts. And you have the ability to change your thought. So, hey, Papa Fonz. Hey. So I meant about existence of soul, self. Yeah, well, that is confusing as well. Yeah, but it all goes hand in hand, because the soul is frequency. Your conscience, your awareness is frequency, and you're one with God. Cognitive distortions are real, absolutely. So I want to thank you all for joining me today, and if you've got questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at shannongilmore@protonmail.com. My email is in the description of this video. If you guys want a one-on-one consultation with me where we talk face-to-face and you share with me what you're going through and I offer you perspectives, we read the Bible together and we talk it out, we pray, and we gain some holy counsel in what's going on. Well, like we're going to do right now, we're going to read some Bible scriptures. So if you want to hang with me for a few more minutes, we'd love to have you. And we're here 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time, and we're here at 10 o'clock in the evening. But tomorrow is Sunday, so tomorrow instead of 1 o'clock, we do our 2 o'clock Bible study. And we're studying Noah's Ark. And we're going to, I think it's coming to the conclusion, part 5 of Noah's Ark. So yeah, so you guys might want to get in on that. We've learned a lot, like holy moly. Like I never thought we would go so deep with this Bible study, but that's what we do. We do deep dives and understand human nature and understand who God is. So let's just randomly open the Word of God. I've got a pen in there. So, okay. Oh, Matthew chapter 10. Jesus sends out the 12. I love this story. This is so interesting. So I'm just reading from my NIV Bible. So if you guys want, read what Bible you want to read from. And yeah, let's do this. Jesus called his 12 disciples to him and gave them authority to drive out impure spirits and to heal every disease and sickness. These are the names of the 12 apostles. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and his brother Andrew, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions. Do not go among the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans. Go rather to the lost sheep of Israel. As you go, proclaim this message. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons. Freely you have received, freely give. Now, I just want to make it clear that Jesus chose the 12 disciples because they were representatives. They represented the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's why Jesus said, do not go among the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans, but go rather to the lost sheep of Israel, because these men represented the 12 tribes of Israel. So Jesus further says, do not get any gold or silver or copper to take with you in your belts, no bag for the journey or extra shirt or sandals or a staff, for the worker is worth his keep. Whatever town or village you enter, search there for some worthy person and stay at their house until you leave. As you enter the home, give it your greeting, and if the home is deserving, let your peace rest on it. If it is not, let your peace return to you. If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off of your feet. Truly I tell you, it will be more bearable for Sodom and Gomorrah on the day of the judgment than for that town. I am sending you out like sheep among wolves, therefore be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. Be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and be flogged in the synagogues. On my account, you will be brought before governors and kings as witnesses to them and to the Gentiles. So it stands to reason why the narcissist accuses us of things. Because of Jesus. They will hate you because of me, he says. So yeah, so this is pretty deep here. But when they arrest you, do not worry about what to say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say, for it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Brother will betray brother to death, and father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. You will be hated by everyone because of me, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. When you are persecuted in one place, flee to another. Truly I tell you, you will not finish going through the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes. The student is not above the teacher, nor a servant above his master. It is enough for students to be like their teacher and servants like their masters. If the head of the house has been called Beelzebul, how much more the members of his household? So do not be afraid of them, for there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight. What is whispered in your ear, proclaim from the rooftops. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. And even the very hairs on your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. Whoever acknowledges me before others I will also acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever disowns me before others, I will disown before my Father in heaven. Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword, for I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Anyone who welcomes you welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me, God our Father. Whoever welcomes a prophet as a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to the one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. So, thank you, Lord, for that. That's pretty awesome. Why not just leave Earth? Because we need these teachings to prepare us for heaven. Because heaven is a place where there is no tears, there's no sorrow, there's just unconditional love. And God needs us to work it out here, because God does not work over our free will. Like, he takes our free will choice seriously, because if we just left Earth right now and just, okay, you guys are going to heaven, well, have we made that decision too? We may want to, but we're not working it out. We're not showing how dedicated we are. And the thing is, if we just went to heaven now without working anything out, without understanding who we are, and without understanding our capabilities in the spirit. I mean, wouldn't that put us at a loss? I mean, if you were God, would you want your people to love you out of fear? Or would you want people to say, yes, God, pick me. I'm showing you that I love you. I'm showing you that I'm worthy of you, because I want to be in heaven. So I'm going to work this out on earth now. Because it's proven that anything that anybody ever works for, they value. Anything, like I've got, and you may notice this, like if you guys are, in some sort of work where you give away freebies or gifts or whatever, it's like on this channel, there's tons of information. On my website, there's tons of information, and some of it's free. But you'll notice that people don't really cherish the free stuff. They'll look at it, they'll read it, but they really won't value it unless they had to work for it. It's like when things are given to you, like if you're giving gifts and that sweater that your grandmother made, but it's ugly, it's got that Christmas tree on it, and it's bright green and purple and yellow, and it's striped and it's itchy, but your grandmother put her heart and soul into it to make it for you. But when you receive it, because you don't value it, you don't see the worth in it, It sits in the back of your closet. So, yeah. Heaven is freedom. Absolutely, it is. We are technologically advanced enough. We may be advanced, but you know what? Our souls, we're naive and we're still young. We're just young grasshoppers, you know? We've got a lot of learning left to do. So we may have a lot of technological advancements, but yeah, there's nothing like unconditional love. And that's what this world is missing, and we're here to bring that back. We're here to bring unconditional love to a people who don't even recognize that they're perishing. So it's so easy for you to understand, but not for others. Use animation charts. It's more simple than 10 hours of talk. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So that's why you ask me questions in email, Zach. Use my email, shannongilmore@protonmail.com. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, everyone, that's my time for tonight. It's 11 o'clock, and I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. And this has been a really good time together. So if your goal was to spread the word and explain others who seek out of curiosity, oh honey, you have to go onto my Ko-Fi website, my webpage, and look at my downloadables. Yeah, like my goal is to spread the word and explain to others who seek out of curiosity. Absolutely, it's done. We've done that, written books and have Bible studies, and yeah, we're here for you. So anything you need, you got questions, just ask me. It's okay. We'll try to, help you as best as we can, and I give you all the information that I've learned and I know. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like we're here to talk this out and sort this out and figure this out. Like this world is like confusing. So, yeah, 2024. So, yeah, Shannon is dedicated to helping people. Thank you, Resistor. Yep. I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere, guys. So if you guys want to get in on a Bible study tomorrow, meet us back here at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. So that's why I'm still hating society. Aw, hun. Let's talk. Email me and we'll talk. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So with that said, you guys, sweet dreams. Thank you for propaganda. I say what I see coming. Okay. So you guys, sweet dreams. Loves to you, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock and at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk more. And if you guys need to talk, you've got my email. So thank you, everyone. It was so nice to meet you, and it was so nice to see you again. Yes, peace. Peace, everyone. God bless you. I love you, brothers and sisters. We'll see you later. Sweet dreams and God bless.